Well, thanks for clicking on this link to learn more about our standard colors. I have them kind of laid out in front of me to show you the variations and some different options available to you. If we start over here, we've got our mid to darker brown tones. Our black charcoal has been a really popular color. It's a nice dark rich color. I do find with the darker colors, the darker you go, the more that you'll find some of the character and graining kind of gets muted out, but it does have a rich, beautiful look all on its own. The dark roast is kind of our next step in rich, dark colors. You do see a little bit more of the grains. It pulls a hair bit more into the red tones, not a lot, but a little bit. Absolutely gorgeous color. You do see more of the grains, you see more of the character in the wood. Next to that, we have our special walnut. Special walnut is an absolutely beautiful, timeless, rich brown color. We've done quite a few of our pieces in special walnut. You can see the grain, you can see the character, you can see different stripes in the wood. It looks beautiful. Then we look at over here at our medium to light browns, and we have our rosewood, Carolina, and wheat. Rosewood is beautiful. The lighter tones you go, the more you'll see the knots, the character, the saw marks, that kind of stuff in the wood. The rosewood does have a little bit of a red tone to it, but a really nice medium if you don't want to go really brown and really dark. Carolina is gorgeous. It does pull, if you've got a little bit more beige in the house, stuff like that, it does pull a little bit more into the orangey yellow tones. Our wheat color is another beautiful option. It's a lighter brown tone. If you have any grays in your house, it does pull into the yellows. It works really well with beiges and stuff like that in your home. Again, it shows a lot more of the character in the wood and the beauty of the grain. Back here we have our kind of more of our faux finishes. These finishes are done with more of a painting and a staining technique. We have our beechwood and our driftwood. The beechwood, you can see the piece is stained, then it's painted white and it's lightly sanded so that you can see more of the wood grain poking through the stain. Our driftwood color is stained and then it's painted, and while the paint is still wet, we lightly wipe it off. So it's not quite as edgy as the beechwood. It's a little bit more of a soft color. It does pull a little bit into the beige tones. Both of these have a clear coat on them. We've done a red wine test on our whites because that's one of the first questions we were asked. As long as you wipe it up within the hour, it doesn't stain the piece. If it were to stain the piece, you can lightly sand it, give it a little clear coat, and it's good to go again. It's a very versatile color. In the middle here, we have our Manitoba Winter and our Mountaintop. These are gorgeous colors, very sharp. Mountaintop is stained we with a gray paint the piece white, then it's painted with a white paint, and lightly sanded, so you can see some of those gray tones coming through. Then we stain it. You will notice with our Manitoba Winter, we wipe it off, and it gives it this closely at the samples around some of the knots and stuff. You do get a little bit of yellowing over time, almost like a rusting patina that pokes through as the piece ages. With our Manitoba Winter, the way that we do it is we stain the piece with a gray stain, then we paint it with a solid white paint, and then we lightly sand it, revealing some of the textures and gray tones through it. You can see a little bit of a difference on the samples with the saw marks and no saw mark. All four of these finishes that we have done in our faux colors all have a water-based lacquer clear coat on them. We apply it and lightly wipe it so it still keeps a bit of a natural look and feel to the wood. It's not like a plasticky finish. Then over here we have our two gray tones. The one gray tone is our Rocky Mountain Gray. It is a more opaque finish. It shows less grain. I found with the Rocky Mountain Gray, if you do it in our Swedish sanding technique and our smooth texture, it almost has a concrete look to it. Beautiful color. Then we have our Prairie Gray stain, which is a stain. It's stained, we let it dry, then we lightly sand it, and you can see in the sample some of the wood tones and textures pulling through. Then we clear coat it. Those are the options available to you with our standard colors. All of our stains are water-based. All of our clear coats are water-based and low VOCs, and you don't get the odoring as it sits in your house over time. And we do also offer custom color matches if you'd prefer to do something unique to your house. Thank you.